Again, it's me. You know who it is. So, I have another topic I was just thinking about and doing a little bit of research on. And I feel like everyone goes through this when it comes to your kid being sick. And I'm not talking about just a normal little cough. I'm talking about like 24-hour flu. That just happened in our house for the weekend. And there's 13 of us. So it was wild. Parenting is hard. It's not going to be easy, you know. There's good days, bad days. We all go through the same struggles. Welcome to Parenting 101. It's like wildfire. One was sick here, one was sick there. Oh, it was bad. But both my boys happened to get sick the same night. And I was up all night. One was puking, one had diarrhea. The other was puking, the other had diarrhea. It was like an all-night thing. And oh my God, when I tell you that it was everywhere, it was crazy. Like, I'm not even joking. But thank God I wasn't sick at the time they were sick. So I was just running around with my mask on, gloves up, like 2 gloves up, grabbing, helping this one, helping that one, you know, grabbing the mop, grabbing the bucket, getting them to the toilet. It was crazy. Like, I can't even explain it. When you have 13 people in the same house and everyone's getting sick and there's only 2 bathrooms, I can tell you, it's crazy. I'm not gonna explain it. You should probably just see it in your head what I'm talking about. You should know. If you ever heard of the 24-hour flu, you'll know why it's so crazy. But like I was saying, I have the 2 boys that I got to deal with, and then myself. And just those 2 was a hassle running around, trying to help him, making sure the other one's temperature didn't go high. And surprisingly, they didn't really have much of a fever, thank goodness. They just had a lot of, you know, the vomit and diarrhea and stuff like that. So, I don't know. Leave a comment if you ever went through that and what you did, you know, in that situation. Because for me, like I said, I was up all night. My eyes were bulging. I was tired. And it was crazy running to his room, to the other one's room, trying to help eat both of them out, you know, make sure they're comfortable. And then just so happens, the next morning, everybody was feeling okay. Well, both of them. And I ended up sick. Just so happens. I feel like, you know, it's probably because of all the stuff I had to deal with that night. So it makes sense why I ended up getting sick. But, you know, at least they were okay. Because, yeah, that stuff's 24-hour flu. I mean, for some little kids, can be really sickening. And I know my niece, she got really sick. But thank goodness she's okay. But it's not always like that, you know. Some kids are stuck in the hospital for weeks maybe. Or, God forbid, something worse that I'm not going to bring up. But sickness is everywhere, and it's just one of the bad things that we have to go through, especially when you're a parent. Because you know you're the one that's cleaning it up and doing all that work when they're young. So it is scary because you never want your kid to be sick or ever have to go to the hospital, God forbid, or any of that crazy stuff. But it always ends up happening. Your kid gets sick, and it's going to happen. That's why, you know, getting them immune shots, it definitely could be good for them. I'm not saying the COVID. I'm talking about just the immunization shots. I'm not going to tell you about COVID. It's your choice on that. But the immunization shots, you know, some of them shots are life-saving, so it's good to have. But it's your opinion, yeah, on COVID. It's up to you. Leave it in the comment, though, if you agree or disagree with the whole COVID shot in kids. But, yeah, I got through it, though, that sick night. And that was actually the first night that they both were sick at the same time. So that was my first time experiencing that. And I'm happy I made it. It was just crazy because, like, I'm not even joking. Every time just thinking about it now, I keep thinking it was like everywhere. It was crazy. So hopefully I don't have to do that again, but I'm sure I probably will one day. Just hopefully not anytime soon. But sometimes, you know, you try to do everything in your power to make sure they don't catch anything, and it still ends up happening. Don't feel like you did something wrong unless you know you did something wrong, then but if you did everything you can and it still happens, that's just because they're kids, you know. Sometimes kids do get into things and you just can't prevent it, as long as it's not nothing like, I don't know, crazy or severe, like it's stuck with them. But a normal flu, a cold, that type of stuff I'm talking about, it's gonna happen. Kids get sick all the time, you know. We get sick all the time. It's just something that happens. So I just wouldn't feel like, you know, oh, you're a bad parent or something because your kid got sick. No, everyone's kid gets sick. So we're all bad parents? Like, that would be crazy, right? Or are we? No. But still, that's what I'm saying. That's the whole point of why I'm talking right now about it, because we all go through it. It's just not something everybody talks about. But yeah, if you have other remedies or ideas or things you do when your kid is sick, then put it in the comments. I'd love to hear what your ideas or opinions is about kids and sickness and things like that. Because for me, what I went through, I had to put them in separate rooms, so I knew that one wasn't bouncing off the other one with the sickness and throwing them back at each other type thing. And I kept them, you know, with their blanket half on them. Because I don't know if, like, for me, fevers, if you're hot, I feel like it stays with you. So I always put the blanket halfway up. Then I just put like a warm or cold cloth, depending what they want, on their head to try and, you know, help break the fever in a sense. If they had a fever, or help, I don't know, something with the warm or cold cloth on your head or around your face, maybe a little coldness to your face. I feel like it just helps with the sickness. And then we were just on like liquids for the day. Like, nobody was stomaching anything, so we were just on liquids. Everybody was on liquids. So like the broth soup and stuff like that, it was good. It was okay. It's not like obviously eating the whole chicken and rice or something like that, but it was still okay. Like, I could survive off it for the day, I'll give it that. And then it wasn't too bad though. Oh, but we, for like the medicine and stuff, we did have Gravol we used for my boys. They're just taking Gravol and fighting it that way, like fighting off the sickness in a sense. Because I mean, there could be stuff out there for flu and stuff, but I feel like your body just ends up fighting it off. I could be wrong, but in my opinion, they were fine just with the Gravol. I just took one Gravol and then I was fine. Oh, and a Tylenol actually for my head, because I had a huge headache, which I don't know why. Maybe it's just because I was sick. But yeah, I had a huge headache for like hours. It lasted. It was crazy. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. But please comment or, you know, subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe, please. And don't forget to comment and voice your opinion. That's why I'm here. Voice your opinion, say whatever you want. Leave maybe another topic that I could talk about in my next video. Who knows? But, you know, everyone wants to hear everyone's opinion. That's why I like this. Because I can voice mine and you can voice yours. So comment, and don't forget, click the next video because I'm sure you're going to be really interested in the next one. Thanks again.